Hey there, you're back. Welcome to Coney Island. I'm Dick D. Ziggin, the permanently unelected mayor of Coney Island's amusement and tourist zone. I'm with it, for it, never against it. Oh, I'm so glad you're following me on my brand new YouTube channel. I had a great new fireside chat lined up for today with my very first guest, and it just fell through. I don't have a speech written, but my good friend Ed is here filming anyway. It is July 1st, so I don't know, let's talk about hot dogs. Mm. Mm-hmm. And don't worry, I'm not going to get gross this time. I'm not going to pretend to cook it in the phony fire. I'm just going to eat one hot dog. Obviously, it's a real Nathan's hot dog on the real Nathan's plate, um, which makes me reminisce. Um, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, at a fundraiser, I took on Crazy Legs Conti in a mini hot dog eating contest. It was officially sanctioned by the International Federation of Competitive Eating. So I have a professional sports eating record. In 10 minutes, I ate 87 miniature hot dogs, which is why I'm not trying to do that again today. I'm older, I'm a little more health conscious. But I learned some things, and since I don't know what else to talk about today, um, Crazy Legs Conti, who beat me in 10 minutes when I ate 87, he ate 92 and a half. But if I ate 92, I think he would have eaten 98. He taught me if you're a professional hot dog eater, there's certain gross things you can do to have an advantage and make it go down faster. For instance, if you, like me, are watching ESPN at noon on Thursday, July 4th, where Coney Island becomes the focus of gluttony on planet Earth with the hot dog eating contest. You will see that the contestants have their tray of hot dogs and buns. They also have a cup of water. I'm not going to do it, but Joe Crazy Legs Conti taught me that you don't eat the roll like I'm eating it. You separate the roll, you dunk it in water, you get your roll all soggy, and just swallow the soggy bread. That's not the only trick. Hot dogs are in a casing. That's where you get the snappy crunch when you bite. If you're a professional hot dog eater, this is really gross, but before you take on your next hot dog, you put the hot dog out of the bun in your hand, you squeeze it, you break the casing, you get hot dog juice all over your hands. It smells terrible. That gives you a competitive edge. As I said, I've competed once in a contest sanctioned by the International Federation of Competitive Eating. What's that, you say? IFOCE. Well, truth be told, a brilliant publicist who I admire a great deal by the name of George Shea took a rumor that casually, like Jimmy Durante, or maybe it was Babe Ruth, maybe in 1916, maybe in 1927, that there was an informal hot dog eating contest at Nathan's, and maybe there was. But there was no official contest on the 4th of July until the 70s, when George and his brother did what a good public relations, what a good PR person can do. And I admire the brilliance of turning gluttony into a professional sport that is broadcast on ESPN. George Shea, as far as I'm concerned, is a genius. At the same time, he worked for a corporation. He has a contract with Nathan's. George Shea is not Nathan's, but he's created this television event that fat America is obsessed with. And he has to protect his client. He can't let his stars trash his client. Many of you were talking about the additives to supposedly beef hot dogs as opposed to vegan hot dogs, which is an issue, and whether it's all right for Joey Chestnut, who was making a decent annual salary of $150,000 or more from competitive eating, but if somebody has offered him and the former Japanese champion Kobayashi millions of dollars to compete Labor Day on Netflix, is it? People want to earn a living, so I'm just going to finish my hot dog. One more thing I'll say, because sometimes people ask, and when I introduce myself, I'm very specific these days, especially with casinos being proposed. I am not calling myself the mayor of Coney Island. I'm not just calling myself the permanently unelected mayor of Coney Island, but I've added I am the permanently unelected mayor of Coney Island's amusement and tourist district. Because who the hell do I think I am? There are poor people on the West End who live in the projects. They have legitimate needs and legitimate complaints. And I don't pretend in my sarcastic, jokey way to speak for them. My intent at the very beginning, when I first came to Coney Island 45 years ago in 1979, was to be a performance artist. And it's not my fault, it's my good fortune that the people of New York City that the press of New York City have enjoyed my antics for 4 decades or more. And over time, I became sort of the alternative um, weird artist or hipster Mickey Mouse for the amusement and tourist area. And what a privilege that has been. Other than my long term work with nonprofit Coney Island USA, I actually was paid at times by the Coney Island Chamber of Commerce. The Coney Island Chamber of Commerce to be their public relations director. For 4 years, I was paid by Astraland. And as a consultant a couple of years ago, this humble pretend mayor of Coney Island even did some work for Luna Park. Um, so that's who I think I am. Um, these the past couple of years, since there's been big changes in my life, I've been basically trying to get back on my feet because I never said I was retiring. When the split happened with the nonprofit, I instead of trying to immediately redefine myself, I found out that I had cancer. And I'm a cancer survivor and just sort of making some money and dealing with health issues. Took up a whole year. Last year, I began to think that, well, I can still be a performance artist. I can still be the permanently unelected mayor of Coney Island with the asterisks. I'm not speaking for the needs of the entire community. I'm just having fun defending the honor of the amusement park and the tourist zone. And I've started producing again. So last week I had produced the ribbon cutting pageant at the Mermaid Parade. This month on Friday, July 20th, and again a week later on Friday, July 27th, I am presenting sideshows at Sandbar in the minor league baseball stadium. Then on August 23rd, one of my lifelong performance art weird ambitions on my bucket list will be true and happen. I am producing perhaps the world's first 100% blue fireworks show. For those of you who like me, have your intellectual, very arty side. Somewhat influenced by the minimal artist Dan Flavin, who made art out of fluorescent fixtures, pieces that he would buy at a hardware store. Um, so, like Dan Flavin, I'm turning something commercial, like ordering a fireworks show. I cut a check, I mailed it to Garden State Fireworks. There will not be a test blue fireworks show. I'll see it when you see it. Um, but it's minimalism, it's art, it's inspired by Dan Flavin. And um, if you're with me, it's very Dick Ziggin. So I'm about to finish my hot dog. Maybe we'll finish this with my last bite. Um, but have a great 4th of July. If you're not watching, people do this in Coney Island. It's on ESPN. And remember, I ate 79 mini hot dogs in 10 minutes, and I'm never going to do it again. Wish you were here. sauerkraut. I love the sauerkraut. Sauerkraut and mustard, that's the traditional way. Happy 4th of July, America.